Okay, so we're looking at the market now, shortly after the open, and we are waiting for trade. So when the trade comes up, then we will talk about it. One quick edit is that we were actually up, if I'm not mistaken, 12 ticks for the day. 4 of them were on sim accidentally. Okay. We have a trade coming in over here based on a number of reasons. There's some news coming out later at 10, so it's probably best not to trade then. We're going to keep the stop here. We're going to see what we can get. Okay, if we get stopped out, we get stopped out. Okay, we're already at plus 75. I'm just going to, okay, ready?
Order filled.
You know, I took profit over there because one reason is that I was looking to make about 1R for this trade. In other words, I was risking about 3 points, and the maximum I would probably look to take is about another 3 points. So that would bring you about to here to 2250. And seeing as how it was only a 1R trade, I was risking what I was the maximum I was probably going to take. So once I was already very green, so now I took profit, so I would have a little bit of a buffer if I would take another trade like that again. And also there is lots of volatility today, or there's a potential for a lot of volatility today because of all of the news that is coming out. In specific, at 10 o'clock, there is the ISM Services PMI and the factory orders M/M, and at 9:45 was already the final services PMI. And at 10:30 we have the natural gas storage. So that was a quick scalp, and we will be being posted and seeing if there are any more setups. I'm making this video mostly to remind myself. This would be a great example of chasing a trade or following a trade. You might think that there's big movement up here, even though the day is down. However, you might think there's a big movement up here, big volume up here. So you might be trying to get in somewhere around here, which is a little bit dangerous because number one, the overall trend of the day is down. Number two, your upside, I don't know how much you're going to be looking to make. You might be trying to make to go up here. You think it's going to break over here, and then you have this whole big risk over here if you're going to place your stop over here. So even though it might be tempting after seeing all these big moves up here, whoa, and over here, whoa, but it is probably not worth the risk, and it might be a good idea to wait for momentum to swing back down within the overall trend of the day and to see if you can keep a better risk reward ratio. Also, one more idea is whatever happened at about 10 o'clock, it seemed that people were very bullish. So even though now the overall trend is down, and you might also want to be bearish or to find a short trade, but it is actually quite risky because you have a lot of this sideways movement over here. So it might even be a good idea to wait for the market to clear here or here to get out of this area, because you have this news where people were bullish, and then you have the overall trend where people are bearish, and you have sideways action over here. So it's kind of difficult to decide what exactly is going on. A safe trade might have been to take a few ticks over here, but that was slightly risky. And okay, we will see what's going to happen. Okay, we're coming up to a trade over here.
Order filled.
I don't like the market structure, so I'm going to get out of it. Not exactly what I'd hoped when it was setting up.
Order filled.
And at least we got a quick scalp. But I still think that this is going to be an area of a potential upside. The open was over here, so now we've broken through this area that I spoke about earlier. And if we can go up here, then this, I think, will be a good entry. Before I started recording, I'd hoped that the price action would be round about here, so I wanted to take this area from here up to where it is now, and that's actually where it is. So you know what, actually, if it goes higher, okay, I'm gonna get in over here.
Order submitted.
And I guess we're gonna see what happens. Because it's already bounced around this area before, I'm gonna
Order
get
filled.
out as quick as I can after having made a little bit. And I'm gonna move my stop to this low.
Target filled.
Okay, you know I only got one tick there, but it's better than nothing, and it did go up, so I guess I chickened out a little bit. So part of the reasons I'm making these videos is to talk to myself. And you know, sometimes it might be better to risk losing, let's say how much. Okay, this would have been a loss of, let's say, 4 points. Okay, so let's say it would have made me round about break even on the day, and I had a potential to make could have made about 2 points, or perhaps even more. But because it's getting a little bit late in the day and I'm already up, so I guess I was thinking, why should I take that risk? And now I have more to start with tomorrow. But in the overall grand scheme of things, yeah, this is going higher and higher. So okay, you can't lose by taking money off the table, but in the little ways you can, because if I would have been a little bit more, had a little bit more conviction in my trade, then I would have been more green on the day. So I'm reminding myself that I can stay in trades a little bit longer, especially if I am already up and the news has already passed and it's earlier in the day. We're already approaching kind of the 11 o'clock limit, so we'll call that a tie between me and the market forces that we have to try to trade against. All right, so I hope everybody has a nice day, and hopefully we will keep on doing well. And even if we don't do as well as we wanted to, but it's only one day, and we can always come back, and we don't have to revenge trade or have any other bad reactions or habits. And also, I'm just looking at the market, by the way. Look, see, it went right down back here. All would have been very decent, good entries. Could have made a couple ticks, a couple points even, right where we wanted to go before. And it's going back up here. So this would have still been a great trade had we stayed in longer. And I guess also I'm just adding that because now the overall trend of the day is up, the bears in the meantime have kind of retreated and we're bullish on the day. And so so it doesn't seem like there's such a high chance that all of a sudden there would be a dramatic bear reversal right at the very beginning of getting into this trade. It seems that there's a low chance of that happening, and there's a high chance of doing what we thought the market would do, which would be to go on higher. So given all of the factors that I said, I will try to repeat them. Number one, the overall daily trend has kind of reversed, and the bulls are more confident that might have to do with the news, and also there doesn't seem to be such a high likelihood of something random happening right now. Anyway, even if it would, we would have a stop loss. And so anywhere we would have gotten in here, even if we would have stayed a little bit longer, we could have come away with more than one tick. But okay, so on the day, we are up about 8 ticks. And I hope everybody has a great day.